So. Uh, Somewhat recently, I turned. Oh, this shirt freaking stays steady with my microphone. Somewhat recently, I turned 30. So just thought I would talk about that and my feelings on that. It's pretty weird. Um, Basically, all throughout my 20s, I thought I would not. What you doing, puppy? Thought that I would not make it to be 30. So it's pretty weird being 30 now for a bit. Um, Very weird. Drink some Pabst Light. Um, oh yeah, the shirt I have. It's an old Finn Balor shirt that has him as half of his demon alter ego from WWE. I think Finn Balor on his own is boring, but I love the demon, and they finally brought it back for WrestleMania this year. This shirt was clear back from when he was either still in NXT or just out of NXT. I can't remember, but. So the neck collar's kind of wobbly because my autism. I hate things touching my neck, so I stretch out my t-shirt neck collars a bunch. Shave my mustache too. But anyways, about being 30, it's weird. Like, it's giving me hope. Oh yeah, because of my autism, this is how I stim. I guess I haven't shown that in videos before. It calms me down to do this. It's kind of like a fidget spinner. So a wristband that's cut in half. Anyways, usually don't have that by me because I do that. Anyways, I'm waffling much. I've noticed a lot of things in my 30 years. I don't have much hope for the future, if I'm honest. But I am happy that I've lived this long, and hopefully for many more years. Hopefully 30 plus more years. Um, but I've noticed, like, with culture and society, especially starting around like the early 2010s, everything started getting really shitty and sloppy, especially with entertainment, other than video games. Video games were still pretty good in the early 2010s. But, and it's weird because if you look back on old things, I thought, well, maybe I'm just nostalgic for old things. No, I'll watch things from like the 80s or 90s or 2000s, and unless they're like bottom of the barrel crap, they're things I've never watched before. I have no nostalgia for, right? And they still have like some kind of like charm or like, I guess, magic, you could say, that modern things are just lacking. I don't know why. I guess it's because everybody just plays things too safe and tries to appeal to everybody, so nothing is good. I guess that's why. But then, even in like the 2020s, I feel like most major video games suck now too. I think only like indie games and some Nintendo games are good nowadays. So not even that's good. It's really weird because you look at like decades past, the 60s mostly sucked for media, especially cartoons. Cartoons are horrible in the 60s. But then things picked back up in the 70s and 80s, and every decade had like its own distinct like fill and all that. We haven't really had that with the 2010s and 2020s. Everything's just kind of been slop and hasn't really felt different. I've even seen like a bunch of people like online talk about how like the youth, like the people in middle school and high school now, I've like seen on social media people talk about like parents and teachers that they like stuff from the early 2000s and stuff. There's like very little like new things that are like catching on culturally. There are some things, there's some certain rappers and stuff. But mostly it seems like they just like old media, like stuff from when I was growing up, which is weird. Um, and then that's just culture. Culturally, with society, it's like everything seems fucked since the 2010s, since I think the bank bailouts, but I don't want to get like political and stuff. But it's weird. It feels like there's no sense of cohesion, like community with people. So I'm very thankful that I have like a really strong friend group. I have like, I'm not going to count them, but I have a lot of pretty decent amount of friends that I'm really close friends with, ones I play Cyberpunk with, ones I go to the bar with, Um, and when I say like a sense of cohesion and community, I just mean people talking together and hanging out. It used to be commonplace, and it's not anymore. And people are like, "Oh," again, I don't mean to get too political. People are like, "Oh, it's because of race or it's because of politics," and I don't think that's true. I have friends that are all different races and all different political spectrums. I think that it's like people's reliance on the internet too much. I think that's the problem, is that they forget how to talk in real life. You don't need to agree on everything people say to like be friends with them. Like really. Like people think that like you're just pure evil if you disagree with them on the internet. But then when you like actually talk to people in real life aren't like that at all. So, so that's some stuff that I've learned. I've also learned that even though I'm very thankful for having a lot of friends, and I love my family and stuff, the only person that will 100% get you is you. Okay? Like, and the only person that will have your personal beliefs and morals is you. You can't expect other people to prop up your beliefs or morals or personal coda. You have to have it yourself. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, that's basically what I've learned. Hopefully this fourth decade of my life, which, might make you confused. I was confused at first too. I'm like, wait, this is my fourth decade, because first decade is like 0 through 9, second is like 10 through 19, third is what I was before, 20 through 29, and so now I'm actually technically in my fourth decade, which confused me because you think 30, you think third, but you know, pretty freaking weird. But yeah, I don't know. I took a political science class, and this was back in 2022, and all of the results were just saying that everything's just going to become more polarized. And I think that's just kind of weird, because I think like a lot of people, we even learned in that class that there's a lot of common ground that people believe in. And I don't know. I don't want to get too political. I just feel like that people are being artificially divided. Of course, there are extremists. There always are. But I think when you generally go out and talk to people in the real world, most people just kind of want like what's good for society, if that makes sense. I really do feel like there is. That's how people are. I feel like, stuff's just being divided artificially, Sure would wish video games and entertainment would get good again, though. I mean, there's occasionally good stuff, like Project Hail Mary was pretty decent, but, I don't know. Is what it is. Still, 90s were the late 90s, early 2000s is probably the best era for, culture, in my opinion. I'm probably biased with that, but.